What is good? YouTube Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that hot topic analysis on the hottest topics in the NBA. I'm back at it again on this beautiful Sunday in the fall time, and I'm not enjoying the weather right now because I'm in the studio giving y'all another classic. This time we're gonna talk about Shaedon Sharpe, who actually just got paid $90 million. Now they already paid Tamani Kamara. Now they're going to pay Shaedon Sharpe. So these guys are very young. They're in their 20s and they showing that they can play well together too. Sharpe has really improved as an offensive player, and that's something that we knew that he could possibly be in the draft. Um, I definitely think that this is something that's going to be interesting to see how they go about this because it just doesn't make sense with the guards that they have and the opportunity that they're going to be giving some of these other players to develop. You want to lock them down as assets, so it does make a little bit of sense that way because obviously you want to be able to get to wherever you feel like you need to get to, which is the playoffs and trying to find a way to get back to the NBA finals whenever you can. But Shaedon Sharpe, he's a legitimate player. You know, he's respectable in this league. Last year, he gave you 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and shot 45% from the field. Was a little below average from three. He took 6 of them a game, but only made them at 31%, which is bad. Fell down a little bit in his free throw making. The highest he shot was 82%. Last year he shot 78. He did start 52 games and he did play 72 of them, showing you that if you need him to start, he can get you a bucket, he can get you a basket. The shooting comes and goes, the finishing is coming and going for him right now. He has become more improved, so all you can do is hope that this year he takes another leap forward, another step forward, and becomes a better player and a better ball handler and just a better decision maker in general, because that's what you expect when a player goes from being raw to being the actual player that can go out there and help the team win. That's what you're looking for if you're the Blazers based off the moves that they've been making. So I'm always going to look at it like it makes a lot of sense to keep your young players, even if you're going to trade them, because you can use them in the future. And I'm not saying they're going to trade Shaedon Sharpe right away, but some of these guys, you look at it as like it's starting to be a lot of guys playing the same position and blocking each other for getting minutes. And some of these guys are not head over shoulders of each other. They're about the same, or they can do some things the same. And you look at it like, well, we can't pay all of them is basically what I'm saying. We can't give everybody 90-70 million dollars if with this roster that hasn't even proved that they can make the playoffs yet. So I do wonder what they're going to do in the future, because a lot of these guys are not really blowing me out the water mentality wise. I don't really say that much, but none of these people are blowing my mind when it comes to how good they are, or if I really want to keep them. They all just nice, decent starters that need a superstar to make their jobs a little easier, and then they can impact the game that way when it comes to winning. But at this point, Portland, they looking at it like we just got to figure it out now, and we'll just figure out the rest later and in the future. But we rather just keep these guys happy while they're still contributing and playing decent basketball out there together. And it can always go that way too. I mean, I don't really have a problem with the number. $90 million over 4 years for Shaedon Sharpe isn't crazy. It's not bad, but looking at this deal is kind of making you feel like everybody's getting paid $90 million. If you just a starter, that's where you're going to be at, 90 to 120. They didn't pay him 120. They didn't pay him 110. They didn't pay him 100 million. But I guess that's the way you need to just look at it if you're a Portland Trailblazer fan. You have to look at it like, well, at least we ain't overpaying. We getting guys that's respectable and we keeping them on decent tradable contracts. And they also below the age of 28. So they can still grow and be a little bit better, a little bit more trade worthy to give us a decent return if we so choose to want to go in a different direction, or one of our guys are developing and we want to give them more time and get rid of this guy to get another asset that can help fit better or get us to a player that can be a better fit, which is the purpose of the draft or free agency or the trade deadline or before the trade deadline. You can figure out, make the tweaks, make the things. But the Portland Trailblazers, they are far away, to me, from being a legitimate team in the Western Conference. I think we all will agree on that. But I think that's the part that's very interesting with this move. Like, I wasn't really expecting Tamani and Shaedon to get paid. I'm not surprised that they got paid, but I'm really surprised that they got paid the type of money that they did, because I'm just looking at, like, they're kind of just decent players. I'm not in a rush to keep them. I'm not in a rush to get these type of players right now at this point of their career. So you basically investing in your future, which is why this deal will always make sense business wise if you're a casual fan. Like, these numbers that they got them at actually makes sense for the Blazers, and it actually makes sense for the player, and it also just makes sense for the team they can possibly be on next year. And you can look at a lot of guys that has been getting moved around the last couple years, and they all own deals like these or close to it. And that's why a lot of people, like Chris Paul, say you kind of got to get as much money as you can, because the NBA, if they can have it their way, they want you on a cheap contract so they can trade you or keep you and control you as much as they can, especially in your having control of your own fate and your own destiny is a real powerful and hard thing to do, because of the contracts locking you in, and they don't really have to get rid of you. They can trade you to wherever they want you to go. So Shaedon Sharpe, he got a good bag. He got a good money. He put in a lot of work. He is improved. He is better than how he came into the league. Those are all good signs. Those are the type of guys you want. Those are the type of guys you try to keep as long as you can until you can find a better option or somebody that comes available that you feel is worthy of giving these guys up, even if you have to package a couple of them together or add a couple picks, which they do have. Portland, they understand what they're trying to do, and they trying to keep the youth movement there to always have those options in the future to be open. You don't want the doors to close too fast. And I feel like these are worthy investments. Like Tamani Kamara and Shaedon Sharpe, they're good. They're good players. So, I'm not going to say anything other than that, but I just want the fans to understand this is business too. It's not that the players suck. It's not the player that's not that good. It's just how situations can be, and where you're trying to get to may not be as clear as you think it should be or you think it might be. And that's why these deals are always going to make sense, because they don't hurt you really at all unless these guys get a serious injury that can come out of nowhere. But it is part of the game. And I hope that they don't, because these players, I want to continue to see what they can do and how well they can push this Portland team before they start to go in smaller or try to make the overhaul in the future. Because these guys, like I said, even Anthony Simons is already gone. He was the first one to go, really, because they look at it like, we can't keep this guy forever. He's good. He's respectable, but we're not really going anywhere with him at the same time. And we're not going to pay him another contract when we got so many guys that we like and we want to give minutes to, and we want to see what they can do. And we're going to have to pay them if they still show up, because that's their job to play basketball, and it can hurt, sometimes, because now you got to do it all over again. Like, now we got these guys good. Now we don't really know how much we have to keep or how much we have to let go of to get to the level that we're trying to get as an organization. They're still trying to get back to being a playoff team. That's hard. That's tough. That's frustrating to do, especially because you can get to being a playoff team, but not a championship playoff team. So they get it. They're working towards it. They're taking little steps. And, sometimes that's all you need to do is make progress. And sometimes you just need to focus on where you're at and where you're trying to get, and just take it, year by year. And that's all you can do with the draft and free agency and trades and signings. So this is a step in the right direction, keeping the team happy, keeping your best players happy, and still trying to figure out how to get this team to play at their best as much as they can and seeing what that really looks like. So, other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get analysis when it first come out. On top of that, I do conversation videos just like this about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage. So you love that type of content, this is the channel for you. Plus, I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now, and it's all for free. Not only that, I'll also say I do upload videos basically every single day throughout the day. So you always got something to watch or something that can fill the void of entertainment for you, especially if you love basketball as much as I do. This is the purpose of this channel. Y'all love the game. I love the game. Y'all enjoy the game. I enjoy the game. Y'all like watching. Y'all like talking about it. That's the whole purpose of going live. That's the whole purpose of the comment section. And that's the whole purpose of me telling you all my analysis as much as I can. Y'all love it. I love it. All I can say is, like I said before, thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is and continuing to come back and support the channel. Thank you for checking out the channel because that's how I got majority of my subscribers in the first place. All I can say is y'all stay blessed. Peace. And on top of that, y'all stay good. I'm going for now. Love y'all. Enjoy y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend for what's left of it. And get you some rest, get you some fun, spend some time with the friends and the family. Enjoy the weather before it get too cold. And all I can say is I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hopefully we see each other soon.